Hey diggers, this is the wrap up for a number of different hunts. Like I said in my previous footage, my last video, I'm going to start rolling up my Clad, and here you can see that I've already started to do that with the quarters. So I've got you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 in quarters, $15 in dimes, and the one roll of nickels. And you guys let me know if that's something that you want to hear more about. The pennies right here, I mean, those are a lot of pennies. There's over, you know, 100 pennies there or so, 150, maybe 200. I don't go ahead and roll up. I just put them in a big jar. Here's my big jar right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's quite a few pennies there in that particular jar. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start doing this on pretty much all my videos. If I don't have a full roll, for example, these Clad quarters right here, I'm just going to go ahead and put them out. And you know, there's about 35, 36 quarters, so I'm about shy another roll of quarters. And then here, as you can see, my nickels, and then of course my dimes, and then some of the things that I did find. Just a quarter. Alright, this is the Hell Deep Digger, and looks like we've got a Clad quarter, surface find. I'll take it, and another one for the fund. Okay, it looks like I'm getting an 87-88 signal on the Garrett AT Pro, about 3 to 4 inches down. I'm going to go ahead and dig this one live, so stand by, alright? I'm going to begin by marking it off. I use the center notch in the AT Pro coil to measure off. You can also use the front or the back. I like to center and pinpoint off the center. And then I just use my index finger and I mark this. Alright? And I remove my coil, and now I've got a pattern to where I can dig, and I'll chase it with a pro pointer. See, I'm right on top. That way I minimize the size of my hole. I leave my pro pointer there, and I come in with my digger, and then I'm just going to push and insert, wiggle it around, and I'm going to lift, and then I'm going to cut a circle both ways. Sometimes it's a cleaner cut. There's a lot of roots on that. And now I've got a partial plug dug, and I'm just going to go ahead and peel that back, just like so. And then I'll come in with my pro pointer. And there it is. Looks like right offside the end of the plug. A lot of roots here. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and dig the side of that just a little bit, and lo and behold, looks like I've got Clad quarter number 807, just like that. I'll go ahead and rescan the hole, and then I'm just gonna take the plug and I'm gonna put it back. pat it down. And you can barely tell that that was a dug hole. Just like that. Here's the actual quarter. All right, and then I'll zoom in on the area that I just dug, and that's barely noticeable, you know, barely noticeable. All right, on to the next one. Okay, I was getting a mixed signal, and I went ahead and I cut the plug. I was getting a 70 some odd all the way up into 88, and I popped the plug, and it looks like a penny. Let me zoom in on that. Could very well. I've got bad eyes. I don't know what that is. Looks like a penny. But what's more important is I went ahead and cut the plug, and then I dug around the hole and I looked and I saw this. You see that there? I'm not exactly sure what that is. So it looks like something, and I'm going to go ahead and then extract this live. All right, stand by. A lot of roots in here. Looks like just, what is that? Can? No, what is this? Oh, very nice, very nice. Look at this. Look at this. That looks like something. I thought it was can slaw, man. I thought it was can slaw. There. That looks like silver. That looks like silver. Let me get in focus on that. That looks like silver. Where are you? I'm back up to my plug. I set it right there by that coin. Look at that. What is that? That's really cool. You take a look at the other side. It looks like there's a pin that's bent on it. There's some writing. And that looks like sterling. That looks sterling. Hey, how's it going? Alright, that looks like a piece of sterling right there. I'm going to go ahead and zero in on that. Nice find. I'm not sure if you folks can see that. Alright. Came up as a mixed signal on the Garrett AT Pro. Anywhere from 78 to 88. I'm not sure exactly what looks like some type of pin. Along with a penny. So, there you go. Another one from the Hell Deep Digger. On to the next one. Okay, my next one looks like a ground spill, or a fresh drop, either or. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I just came across it. Looks like a clasp of some type. Let me zoom in. I have not picked it up yet or even touched it. I just came across it. I eyeballed it. Didn't even need the metal detector for it. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's just a swivel clasp. Really? Okay, this is 2 days after Sea Fair in Seattle. Surface find, first time, a flask. Have not touched it. I don't know if it's got anything in it, but I'm gonna check it out. All right, here we go. Stand by. Someone's flask. Wow, didn't have anything in it, and I'm just gonna leave it there. I'd be probably kind of pissed off if I lost my flask. So again, you never know what you're gonna find. A flask, first time ever. Surface find of a flask. It did not have any liquor in it. Alrighty, on to the next one. Okay, I'm getting a 8283 signal on the Garrett AT Pro, about 5 inches down. Stand by. Okay, went ahead and dug the hole and popped up the plug, and it looks like, let me zoom in, there is something there. You can just barely see the rim of that. Stand by. I'm gonna extract it out of the plug. It could potentially be a ring. It's not a ring. It's a pull tab. No. That's nice. That's silver. Oh, dude, it's a Merc. It's a Merc. Yeah, it is. Get that right there for you. What year is that? I don't know. My eyes aren't that good. Let me zoom in on that. Let me zoom in on that. Where did it go? My apologies. I'm looking for... There it is, right there. Yeah. I can't read the year, but it definitely is silver. That is a Merc. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. We'll take a closer look at it during the wrap-up. Outstanding. Yes! It's my first Merc in well, several months. Outstanding. 4.5 to 5 inches deep. Not too bad. All right. Yes, on to the next one. Okay, I'm getting a 65 to 69 signal on the Garrett AT Pro. Hey, whenever I get those signals, I automatically stop, and I dig those. So anything in the 65 range, anyway, anything from a 65 to 70, that's pretty much where gold shows up on my particular machine. Actually, it's pretty wide frequency depending on how deep and how big the gold object is. So I've had gold show up on the Garrett AT Pro from 55 all the way up to around 69. I'm gonna go ahead and dig this live, and let's take a look at what I found. All right, stand by. 65, 67. I'll go ahead and mark the spot and chase it with my pro pointer. So fairly shallow signal. Let's take a look what I've got. You never know. See, I'm right on top of it, and it looks like, oh, looks like a lid to some type of beverage. Doggone it. USDA organic. Well, we all get some of those, don't we? Yeah. Old bottle top lid, USDA organic. It happens to the best of us. You gotta dig those signals though, otherwise you'll never get any gold jewelry. Alright diggers, on to the next one. Okay, this next signal was a mixed signal. It was coming up 78 all the way up to 89. I went ahead and cut the plug. I think I see a Clad quarter sticking out of the plug right there. I haven't removed it. I just flipped over the plug. Let's take a look, all right? Stand by. $19.95. So I'm going to just set that aside, and I'm going to go over the plug to see if it has any other brothers. Here's the impression. Generally, when coins are left in the ground for quite some time, they leave an impression. It looks like that's the only one. Check the hole. Nope, that's it. Looks like that's it. Alrighty, on to the next one. Okay diggers, it's been about 10-15 minutes since that last find. I'm getting a 66 signal, pretty steady, about 5 inches down. I went ahead and cut the plug already, and lo and behold, look what I've come up with. A key. This is my first key for the month of August, and you know, it's a layman's find. I'm sure many of us have found a number of keys. Alright, that's what it is. A key at about 5 inches, coming up on 66 on the Garrett AT Pro. On to the next one. And 5 minutes later, here's the next one. Clad quarter number 802 for the year. About 3 inches deep. Coming up as an 86 on the Garrett AT Pro. Alright, on to the next one. Well, this next one is a 1963 penny, Lincoln. And well, that's a promising sign, because if I can dig out a 1963 penny, I can dig out a 1963 dime or a 1963 quarter. Of course, both of those are 90% silver. So on to the next one. Okay, my next find was a Lincoln, a 1960 Lincoln, so I'm getting better on the years, and it was about 3.5 inches down. Came up as a 78 on the Garrett AT Pro. There you have it. It's in pretty good condition. Got it laying there on the top of my digger. And there you have it. So I'm in the early 60s, and hopefully that's a good sign for you know, those dated silver dimes and quarters, early 60s. A lot of people still dig those up, so I'm starting off the day in pretty decent condition. Alrighty, on to the next one. Okay, I was getting a mixed signal, and I can see why now. I went ahead and cut the plug. Clad quarter, one of the state quarters, and this penny, a Lincoln from 1971, was right next to it. It was throwing off my signal. It was iffy. I went ahead and decided I was going to go ahead and you know, dig it anyway. And this is what I have to show for it. Clad nickel and a Lincoln Memorial penny, 1971, about 4 or 5 inches deep, on the Garrett AT Pro. Alrighty, there you go. On to the next one. Okay, I've selected a tot lot, and I'm going to go through it. I've been here several times before. Always, you know, a handful of clad, hopefully some jewelry, and you know, we'll see what we can find. Stand by. Okay, it looks like my first find is a nickel. Came up as a 54 on the Garrett AT Pro. Just, you know, close to the surface underneath the bark. Looks like it hasn't been there too long. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, it's been about just a minute after that nickel, and I believe I've got something pretty good. I haven't checked it out. Let me zoom in a little bit. Looks like I've got a ring. Let's go ahead and take a look. Right here. I don't know if that is bling or not. It looks nice. It looks like it's just gold plated. Stand by. This is what I'm looking at. You can see that here. Yeah, let me back out the camera a bit here. It looks just gold plated. It might be silver. Trying to get a better shot on this. There you have it. I'll take a closer look at it during the wrap-up. Yeah, I've got some pretty bad eyes. I can't see anything, and I didn't bring my glasses. So there you go. A ring in the tot lot. So there you have it. Outstanding. All right, on to the next one. Okay, my next find after that ring, I found a nail and a penny side by side. And I'll tell you, for those of you that are considering purchasing a metal detector, you're new to the hobby and you're wanting to know, you know, what type of feature is important, well, I'll tell you, the separation and discrimination on this particular machine, which is the Garrett AT Pro, is exceptional. Meaning this, that nail was setting off its own signal. Right by it was a penny. Now I know that's not a big find, but to actually get a signal and separate it out by the discrimination tone, I was getting a hit on the nail and getting a hit on the penny in the same signal. It was flashing two different frequencies. I was able to uncover the find, take the bark off them, and lo and behold, I've got the penny that was being discriminating on a 69, excuse me, the nail that was being discriminated on the 69, and the penny that was sending out a 76 signal. Side by side, just like you see it there. I just uncovered it, and I was getting that mixed signal. So, you know, you want to chase a mixed signal, you'll never know what you find until you actually dig it up, take a look at it yourself, and lo and behold, it could be something exceptional. In this case, it's just a nail and a penny. But like I keep on saying, you never know what you're going to find. All right then, on to the next one. Okay, I've completed searching the tot lot. I'm now on the playground, and my first signal here in the turf is a Clad dime, about 3 inches down. Nothing special, but you know, it was an 81 signal. You got to dig those signals. That is where silver is, between 81 and 89. I know that's a big, you know, a lot of numbers and frequency, but you never know. You just got to dig everything. All right, on to the next one. Okay, my next signal was a strong 84. It was steady. I swiped my coil left and right, up and down. It stayed at 84. It was very consistent, very stable signal. Generally, when that happens, I'm pretty sure it's a ring, and obviously from what you see here, it is a ring. I just cut the plug. I have not pulled out the ring. It could be bling. Generally, if it's at 84, it's a silver ring. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at that. Stand by. Have it. Too sure. Does have some weight to it. Looks like it has some type of amber in it or something. Take a look. This is the second ring for today. I don't see anything in it. I don't see any hallmarks or any stamping. So I'm going to have to clean it up. But there you have it right there. A ring. About 2.5, 3 inches down on the Garrett AT Pro. Let's take another look at that. There you have it. So there you have it, a ring about 2.5, 3 inches down, coming up as an 84 on the Garrett AT Pro, running in all pro mode with a discrimination of 34, and this is what it looks like. Hopefully this is a silver ring. Again, I didn't bring my glasses, so we'll have to clean up the ring and come back and look at it during the wrap-up. All right, outstanding. 2 rings in 1 day. Outstanding. Alrighty, on to the next one. Okay, my next one apparently is a 2 Clad quarter spill, a surface find, and this puts me up to, I believe, 806 quarters for the year of 2014. As some of you may know, I'm attempting to break the 1,000 quarter in a single season. I'm at 806. I'll go back home during the wrap-up and check my records, but I believe it's either 805 or 806 for 2014. Alrighty, on to the next one. Alright, subscribers, welcome to the wrap-up. This concludes, 2 days of metal detecting, a couple of hunts, and again, as you can see, I'm starting to roll up my Clad. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have $60 in quarters. Yeah, that's 240 quarters. I have $20 in dimes and 2 rolls of nickels. $2 a piece. Now, in my previous video, I went on to explaining why I'm starting to roll up my Clad. Unlike a lot of video footage that you see on YouTube where metal detector people are getting, 5-6 gold rings in one hunt, for me, I'm not saying that that's fake or anything, but for me, I'm what you call, in layman's terms, a working class metal detectorist. I'm out there pretty much every day. I'm finding a lot of Clad, occasional jewelry, an occasional old dated coin, but essentially I'm your working class breed. Clad, Clad, and Clad. And a lot of people kind of stray away from Clad. There's a term that they use and they call it coin shooting. And that's great, fine and dandy. But in reality, your working class type of people, your metal detectors that they're out there and they're getting a lot of Clad, this is what they're ending up with. All right? Now I'm trying to break 1,000 quarter record for 2014 and I'm coming pretty close. Last count I was about 805. Now I've spent quite a bit of that Clad and put it in the bank and used it on vending machines and laundromats and whatnot. But I can tell you, look at this. This right here, that's not bad. That's not bad money. Again, your working class breed of metal detectors, Here, I've got some of the Clad, 20 some odd quarters that they weren't enough for a complete roll. Dimes underneath that. Again, 20 some odd dimes. It takes 50 for a completed roll. A couple of nickels. And a couple of wheat cents. I don't find a whole lot of these, but when I do, I kind of like to talk a little bit about them. See if I can zoom in on that. They're pretty crusty, hard to see. One's a 1957, the other's a 1953. And then, of course, the good stuff. Both of these are silver. The one on the left is gold-plated silver, and I believe they refer to it as vermeil. The other is 925. It has an amber on the top. Now, the one on the left, for some reason, has a reaction to a magnet. So I asked my buddy, whose dad's a jewel smith, about that, and he said on occasion, some of the cheaper sterling, even though it's punched .925, they mix it with tin. A lot of that, he says, comes from India. Not to be picking on anybody in particular, but I've ordered a couple of rings from India and they were magnetic as well, despite being punched .925. Here's that really nice Art Deco piece in silver and gold. Those rivets are 14 karat gold. I did an acid test on them, and that's what they came up to be. The pin behind it is snapped off. Some lady's pin or brooch or something like that, kind of Art Nouveau. Really cool. Really cool. That's 19 grams of silver right there. Then, of course, the old standbys, the key and chain that I thought was silver, but it's just pot metal. Clasp. Now that is silver. I did not get a chance to film it. Broken. It does say .925 Italy on it, and it is non-magnetic. And I found that right next to the car parking lot on my way back to the car. I did not film it, but here I feature it in the wrap-up. And then I'm always finding a lighter. It seems like, again, working class metal detectors. And a nice little semi-rig Tonka toy there. And I think this is a piece of a camera, or a camera lens. But there you have it. All in all, a decent 2-day hunt. Some good finds. And again, please leave your comments, subscribe, thumbs up for the working class metal detectorists. Yeah, I would love to show you 5 golden rings with 2 diamonds and a platinum one with another ruby in it. But you know what? I'm going to leave that for the other guys. And what I'm showing you here is the real stuff, the reality of metal detecting. If you want to take it up as a hobby, it's great. There's a lot of health benefits, and it pays you back, and it's generally in Clad. Alrighty? Alright, thanks for your attention. Keep those coils swinging, and remember, you'll never know what you're going to find.